Bengals scoreless all last year in the third quarter. 7:41 left in the third here. 1st and 10, ball at the 17. Movement on the right side of the Bengals offensive line. Bruce Kazurski may have hopped up prematurely.
Well, this will happen
prior to the snap. We got a false start on number 64 offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Well, Bruce Kazurski down here on the left-hand side of your screen, playing right now at right tackle for the injured Eric Moore. He's the guy over the years has been a great center for the Bengals. And I think in that situation, he's just so used to going when he snaps the ball that he can't get used to somebody else snapping it.
So 1st and 15 as the Bengals back up. Klingler to the air. And it's complete to Pickens. Pickens will be short of the first down, but an excellent gain. Dwayne Harper, the high-priced free agent, making the stop on Pickens. But the last time, as another Charger is down on the field at the 22, and that is Blaze Winter, the left tackle for the Charger defense. The last time, though, that Cincinnati got deep into territory right before the first half, Klingler pressured, fumbles the football, one of 2 turnovers for Cincinnati. And now they've been backed up a bit here. They'll have a 2nd down and 3 when we come back.
People will remember the first time they saw an aurora. And you'll be one of the lucky ones who can say that when Aurora was ready to go, so were you. See what happens when you demand better? Aurora by Oldsmobile.
With Fixodent, I can stay active and as confident as I need to all day.
Even in the hottest liquids, when other adhesives stop holding, Fixodent holds stronger and longer.
That's why I Fixodent and forget it.
Alternative math. What do 1 crust sandwich, 1 order of hash browns, and 1 hot coffee add up to?
$1.99.
At Burger King, just $1.99 every day. We may not be the world's #1 fast food place. It just tastes that way.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Oldsmobile and your authorized Aurora retailers. By Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires. By your gas industry. Clean, economical, natural gas. Think of what you'll save. And by Budweiser. Beechwood aged for a crisp, clean, classic taste.
Well, as injured player Blaze Winters helped off the field. Suffering a little bit of what looked like an injury. Let's take a look. The bottom left-hand corner, you see Blaze Winter rushing the punter. The quarterback, Dave Cadigan, cutting him. And as you see him roll over and immediately grabbing for the knee, which is not a good sign. As soon as the player grabs for the knee, you know that something is a little amiss.
2nd and 3, ball at the 10 for the Bengals. Klingler rolling to his right. And he's got Darnay Scott. And Scott.
He's really become he's a guy that they really want to go to. I mean, Jeff Query has been one of the favorites. Darnay Scott, a young guy that they expect a lot out of.
And he picks up the first down. So Cincinnati 1st and goal. We're watching Blaze Winter on a golf cart. So it appears that it is serious. But 1st and goal from the 4 for the Bengals. Klingler calls another timeout. The 2nd one of the
timeout. Cincinnati.
Obviously not liking what he saw.
You know, you want to make sure that you've got things right when you're going into this situation, especially in the scoring zone here. But on the other hand, you've got to realize that at the end of the game, you may need some of these. So you better hope that you're able to get some of these things straight going in now. He's being pretty free with his timeout calling.
You saw the offensive coordinator, Bruce Coslett, the former Jets head coach, pretty happy with the 331 yards that his team gained in total offense last week against Cleveland, but says there is still plenty of room for improvement. Praised David Klingler, but said that he still has a long way to go.
Well, we had a lot of people telling us when we talked about David Klingler, they kept referring to him as a young John Elway as we look at Bruce Coslett up in the booth, the offensive coordinator. But like as I was saying that David Klingler is like a young John Elway. His strong arm, his quick release, his ability to move and run with the ball. We posed that question to Bruce Coslett, and he kind of laughed a little bit, and he goes, well, you know, he's young, and at this point, I don't think I'd mention them in the same breath. So he knows that he's got a gem in his hands, but he also knows it has to be refined and polished.
First and goal at the 4. And this is Green. Green got nowhere. Charger defense was there, led by Seau. Darren Carrington, the strong safety, also there on the stop of Green. Second and goal.
Now, this is what makes him great. Ability to not only, I mean, he's getting blocked. People are going after him. That's a given. But his ability to evade these blockers, to step over, to take the hits and still be aware of his body position, to get up and still make those plays. That's the kind of enthusiasm that this defense right now is feeding off of.
Klingler fires in the back of the end zone. It was tipped off the hands of McGee. And incomplete. Actually, Pickens was back in the end zone. Stanley Richard, the free safety for San Diego, also in on the skirmish.
Well, from the end zone, Campbell, we'll take a look, see if there is a reception here. Playing with a lot of time, a little late hit here from Sean Lee. Look down in the center.
That was Richard. And there was Pickens.
Tough to tell.
Very close.
Tough to tell.
Third and 4 on the incomplete call. Broussard. Nowhere. And now they're scrambling for the football. San Diego believes they have it. Sean Lee might have stripped the ball away from Broussard. And there's the indication, San Diego football.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking at this San Diego defense. They are playing some incredible ball.
Cincinnati turned away again.
Excuse me, Shady.
In the NFL, there's only one sports drink, and it's gotta be Gatorade.
You know, MCI makes it sound so easy to get big savings with those friends and family plans, but first you got to give out a list of names and numbers of your friends and family. Then MCI will try to call and sign them up, and still, anytime you call anybody not on your list, you won't save anything at all. You may even have to pay up to $36 a year in fees. Could be it's just a lot of hoopla after all.
Your true voice.
Water on the left is being heated by electricity. On the right, by gas. For the cost of heating this much water with electricity, we'd like to show you how much more you can get with gas. And if your neighborhood doesn't have natural gas, you can still heat for less than electricity with propane gas. So no matter where you live, why settle for the water on the left when gas gives you all that hot water on the right? Gas. America's best energy value.
John Elway, the NFL's comeback kid. Marshall Faulk, is he the league's next great running back? All you need to know in one complete 30-minute helping. NFL Live, next Sunday.
Well, let's look at once again at what could have been a touchdown. Tip, Tony McGee Ball coming to Carl Pickens. Now let's look and see. His feet are in right here. Let's see if he has possession of the ball when the knee goes down. It's really tough to call. I think his knee actually hit the ground before he had possession.
So the Chargers begin deep in their own territory. Sean Lee made the strip and recovered the fumble, which gives them possession. But there is Pickens. Not able to hold on. So Cincinnati comes away with nothing for the second time off another turnover. 5:38 left in the third quarter. Bengals still have not scored in the third quarter. We showed you the graphic all of 93 and still looking for the first points here in 94. 2nd and 7, ball at the 10. Humphries to throw. Across the middle, he's got Sean Jefferson. First down and 10 for the Chargers across the 30. Mike Brim on the coverage. 22-yard gain for Jefferson.
Well, Humphrey, once again, all the time in the world. Jefferson, he really knows how to find the open spot, keep the separation from the defensive backs, allowing him to have the free. Obviously, if you're wide open, you got a better opportunity to catch it, and he's able to find that separation.
Ball at the 32. Humphries, 11-19. This time Means on the ground up the middle. So San Diego mixing it up, keeping the Bengal defense off balance. And that's one of the things Bobby Ross stressed to us. He said, we're going to come out, try to stretch the field. We're not necessarily a ball control team anymore. With Marion Butts, they used to sustain those long drives, but now they can do a lot more with Means and the wideouts and the H-backs. This is Sean Lee. Another look at the strip.
Great job of control, just pulling the ball loose. We talk about Cincinnati not scoring in the third. It's not because they didn't have the opportunities. They're just making us little mistakes.
2nd and 7, ball out of the hands of Ronnie Harmon.
That's incomplete. Intended for Ronnie Harmon.
And once again, Cincinnati Bengals going after Humphrey. They know that he's the guy they're going to have to shut down. Natron Means having a good day. Ronnie Harmon having a good day, but they know it all revolves around Humphrey. Talking to the defense coordinator, Larry Piccadillo, he was saying, we asked him if, what they're going to do about Humphries. He goes, we're not going to do anything special, unless, of course, something needs to be done as the game goes on. And I think he's making some adjustments at halftime. He's going to go after him.
Humphries trying to convert 3rd and 7. Ball passed well behind Jefferson. And Corey Sawyer had a chance at perhaps an interception, but it falls incomplete. And San Diego will come on with a punting unit.
It looks like we had a communication problem there between receiver and quarterback. He broke it on the comeback to the outside, and Humphries throwing will look to be a little bit more down the sidelines.
There's Corey Sawyer back at his 30-yard line. The Bengals with another opportunity to get some pretty good field position. And another poor kick by Kidd. This one out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So Cincinnati will have another opportunity with 3:53 left in the third.
This is great. Don't you get it? We're dead. We don't get it there by 11. We're shut out. Game is over.
Dave, just tell him to send over a copy. Don't panic.
There's no copy. We didn't have time.
We're dead.
That's what I said. We're dead. I just said we're dead.
At Compaq, we realize you never know when you're going to need information or where. So we created Aero, a powerful computer so small and lightweight you'll never be tempted to leave it behind.
See? No reason to panic. I'm buying lunch.
Lunch? You mean dinner?
Goodyear announces all Wranglers on sale for pickups, 4x4s, and vans. And that's not all. Save 25% on selected passenger and performance radials. Sale ends September 17th at participating Goodyear retailers.
A few weeks ago, while doing some test shots with Debbie, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. Unlike regular shampoos, Head & Shoulders help stop flakes from even forming. You see the difference? Head & Shoulders turns dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
Athlete Sport. It's a predator made up of many types of fungus that eat your feet alive. You can't just cure some of them. You need a weapon to kill all of them. Lotrimin AF. Full prescription strength medicine. The brand doctors recommend most. Lotrimin AF is so powerful, it doesn't just kill some causes, it kills them all. Now in spray and powder. New forms, same killer results. Lotrimin AF, the killer cure.
75 years of the NFL. They've come out with their all-anniversary, 75th anniversary team. Anthony Munoz of the Bengals, the lone honoree from Cincinnati. Kellen Winslow, the great tight end of the Chargers. And Lance Allworth. 2 Chargers that were on this illustrious group of team. Number 19. You got to love that number.
I don't think they're allowed to wear that number anymore.
And a real blatant omission, Bob Golick.
Yeah, but
mysteriously left off the squad.
I'm going to be on the 150th anniversary team.
Bengals from the 37 with a 1st and 10. Klingler's pass deflected at the line of scrimmage. Darnay Scott, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for David Klingler. Set all those NCAA passing records at Houston, 51 in all. But now in his 4th system in 4 years. Going through a couple of offensive coordinators, Dana Bible. Now he's got Bruce Coslett. If you count the run and shoot at Houston, he's had to learn a new playbook every year the last 4 years. This is fair on the ground. And I think you called it from the outset, Bob. I think if Cincinnati's going to do some damage here, they've got to establish the passing game.
Well, we're seeing a big difference in the type of offense when they're having success and when they're not. Junior Seau, here's a linebacker who can go up against any of the big linemen, offensive linemen in the league, and still have control of himself and separate himself and make the tackle.
Seau looking across at Klingler, who's in the shotgun. 3rd and 9. Flags on the play.
It looks like we might have had Bruce Kozerski moving on the right-hand side.
Prior to the snap, we got a false start on number 73 offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Ken Moyer gets the penalty call for the Bengals on the offensive line.
Down the left-hand side of the screen. Moyer, who moved into guard. Kozerski kicked out the tackle, and Eric Moore went down.
This has been an amazing restructuring of his offensive line for Cincinnati. Now, 3rd and 14, they'll have to protect Klingler on an obvious passing situation. Klingler with a quick drop. And he's got Jeff Query, his favorite target. Query will be short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down, and in comes the Bengals punting unit.
Now, this offensive drive, like we were talking before, we're seeing the Cincinnati offensive drive that is having success. They're spreading, they're stretching the field. They're all over the place. They're running the perimeter. They're throwing the perimeter. They're running inside, misdirection, a lot of things. And this one, they start off with an inside run, a little short pass. It's just a whole different approach, and we're seeing a big difference in the production.
Lee Johnson's punt, excellent. Driving Darian Gordon back, falls at the goal line, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. That's where the Chargers will begin 1st down and 10. Well, next Sunday, NBC Sports presents more exciting NFL action beginning at 12:30 Eastern Time. It begins with NFL Live, and most of you will see these same Bengals. They'll take on Bill Parcells' New England Patriots. Others will see the Bills take on the Oilers, or Indianapolis take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Marshall Faulk over 100 yards again today, but in a losing cause for the Colts as they lose to Tampa Bay. Almost 60,000 watching the Chargers trying to hold on to a 13-3 lead here in the 3rd quarter. Humphreys to the air. He's got Sean Jefferson. Jefferson close to 1st down yardage, and by the indication of the spot, he picked it up.
Okay, well, let's look at Sean Jefferson again. We talked about his ability to find the open spot. Zone coverage brim once again. Sean Jefferson just has such control of himself. You see him set himself and make the break back for the balls.
Jefferson enabled the team to trade Nate Lewis to the Rams. They had that much confidence in Jefferson's abilities. 4th year out of Central Florida. Fake to the enemy out of the backfield, and on the far side, this is Mark Say. Say with another Charger 1st down. He's up to the 49.
And Mark Say.
Well, we talked to Mark Say yesterday. We said, what's different about this? He goes, you know what? There's nothing different in what I'm doing except the opportunity. I'm getting the opportunity to go out there and make the plays. And here, we're just seeing just too much space, too much room being given to the San Diego receivers. And these guys, I mean, with Humphrey being on and throwing a very accurate ball, you've got the receivers who can catch it. They can't give him that room.
4 catches already for Say. And the enemy looking for blocking, doesn't really get it, and he's thrown back.
Ball carrier, Eric
at about midfield.
James Francis making the tackle.
50, James Francis.
They like him there in Cincinnati. He's a big run player, but he's also one of those guys that he's fast enough to work up against the tight end, which, you know, with some of these good tight ends that we're seeing in the league, that really have great strength, good separation, and make the big plays.
Another one of those number ones on Cincinnati's defense in his 5th year out of Baylor. Just a couple of sacks last year after an incredible rookie year. Second down, in and out of the hands of Ronnie Harmon, and you don't see that happen often.
Pass incomplete. The intended for Ronnie Harmon.
Harmon was all set to complete that for the first down and just wasn't able to hang on.
I think that was the one. He was just getting ready to go downfield. He had all the room in the world. He knew he was going to be able to make a couple moves here. Ball hit him right in the face.
Harmon always comes well prepared into the season. Off-season rigorous track workouts with a San Diego State track coach here. Goes in 6 days a week. Third down now for Stan Humphries. Has plenty of time. Wide open is Say. Touchdown. Second career touchdown reception for Mark Say. That one good for 49 yards, and the Chargers beginning to open things up on the Bengals.
Well, we see Mark Say here, and I don't know, he just kind of delayed, little bump, just kind of laying back like nothing's happening. He's not the go-to guy. Somebody blew a coverage here. Either the linebacker didn't release. I think that the outside linebacker was sucked into the inside, pulled the crossing route. He didn't get deep enough. Double coverage across the middle, and Mark Say wide open.
John Carney's point after attempt is good. San Diego with 26 seconds left in the third quarter. The only points of this third quarter take a 20-3 lead on the big touchdown catch by Mark Say, who was over the 100-yard mark today. 5 receptions for 103 yards. They weren't sure, San Diego's coaching staff was, what they were going to get out of the new wide receivers in Jefferson and Say, but doing the job today. Well, coming up on NBC tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, Angels, mysterious messengers. You may believe them or not, but they're the hottest topic around. Patty Duke hosts a special that exposes the controversy. Then on one of the funniest guys around, Danny DeVito stars with Penelope Ann Miller in the network premiere of the hilarious comedy hit movie Other People's Money, all tonight right here on NBC. Chargers up 20-3. Another look at wide open Mark Say.
Yeah, Mark Say is going to be over on the right-hand side as Humphries looks, sees him wide open. As we see, the linebacker was set to the inside. He followed the crossing route, was drawn in. The double coverage, Lewis Oliver, obviously trying to react to it a little bit late. They were double covering a receiver down the middle, leaving Mark Say wide open.
3 touchdown passes last week for Stan Humphries, his first of this afternoon.
Did you see Stan? He was just sitting back there kind of looking for a receiver. He saw Mark. He couldn't get rid of that ball fast enough.
Got a little more time than David Klingler today, I would say, and that's pretty much the story of the game. And this is Eric Ball for Cincinnati, right up the middle. Another excellent return for Eric Ball. Brought down by Sean Van Horst.
Now, we haven't talked much about Eric Ball in these returns, but he's had a really productive day. And he's come up, and it's like that last guy tripping him up, making the play and stopping him. But he's really picked up a lot of yardage.
Very productive over the last 4 years. He's averaged 20-plus yards on kickoff returns. He's also the special teams captain, second-round draft pick out of UCLA back in '89. 17 seconds left in the third. Cincinnati trails it by 17. Klingler's pass deflected at the line of scrimmage by Chris Mims.
Broken up by number 94, Chris Mims.
Well, the Cincinnati Bengals trying to get something going, get the ball out like they did early in the game to the perimeter. Chris Mims just had another thing going there. I don't think Bruce Kazurski wanted to pick that tip ball up and run with it.
Mims slimmed down to 290 last year, wants to play at 275. Thinks he's more effective at a lighter weight. Klingler now on 2nd and 10. Complete. And that's Troy Sadowski with his first reception of the ball game.
7 points, Sadowski.
1 catch last week. And that'll be good enough for the first down for Cincinnati. But the Bengals
at the end of the third quarter.
We come to the conclusion of the third quarter.
The network premiere of Wayne's World, Tuesday at a special time.
Excuse me? Baking powder?
The network premiere of Wayne's World, NBC, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central.
If you're thinking of buying a Honda Accord instead of the best-selling Ford Taurus, here's a list of excuses you'll be needing. Like if someone asks why you opted for 4 cylinders instead of Taurus's V6, tell them I always drive downhill. And when they ask why your car won't seat 6 like the Taurus, just say, I only have 4 friends. As for Accord standard manual transmission, just explain that you need the exercise. Or just go with a Taurus, now with over $1,100 in savings. Because there really is no excuse for not buying America's best-selling car at your Central Ohio Ford dealer now.
The new BP Visa card is causing quite a stir because now it automatically rebates 3% of every BP gasoline purchase toward free BP gasoline. Plus, use it as a Visa and you earn more free gasoline, up to $300 worth a year. So, take a vacation. Earn free gasoline. Dinner out? Earn free gasoline. Same with all your shopping and no annual fee. Get the new BP Visa. Call 1-800-BP-VISA-1. BP. On the move.
It comes with a 56-inch diagonal viewing area, stereo sound, noise reduction, and quadra-track for remote operation. It has an optional V8 for fast tracking between stations, 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, and a driver's side airbag. Presenting Jeep Grand Cherokee, the ultimate entertainment center. Available for viewing at a dealer near you. Now get special values on Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer today. You're watching WCMH4, the news channel in Central Ohio.
Presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the NFL is prohibited.
67-year-old defensive coordinator Bill Arnsparger of San Diego is the final year of a contract this year. He's not going to retire, though. He says, I'll think about it. He's meant a lot to this defensive unit, only his 3rd year with the Chargers, but really given San Diego a new momentum defensively since joining the team.
Yeah, we were talking to him yesterday, and he said, we were telling him how his defense looked good, and he goes, we gave up some yards against Denver. He said, yeah, we're playing well as a group, although last week, sometimes I wondered if we had all 11 people on the field.
They gave up 470 yards to Denver, but still able to come up with a win in dramatic fashion. Klingler, 2nd down, tries to find Fenner. Fenner not able to hang on. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Bengals, who have had their opportunities to put scoring drives together, but a couple have ended in turnovers. They start this one out in excellent field position, but
you see there the little swing pass to Fenner again, just like they started the game. The difference being, in the beginning of the game, it was right to Derek Fenner. He caught the ball, was able to make the play. Here, maybe Klingler's getting a little shaken. The ball's thrown a little bit off, a little bit behind. Things just aren't clicking the way the things that were successful before aren't working for him now.
Big down here, 3rd and 4. Klingler chased again, able to swing it to Fenner. He needs to get close to the 38, and he's not going to make it. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 44. Junior Seau forced him out.
Well, big rush here in the middle, setting up the little short screen, lineman out in front. We can't say enough about Junior Seau. Here's a guy facing up, like you said before, facing up against some of the biggest linemen in the league, and able to get the separation and make the tackle.
4th down and a long one. Cincinnati going for it. They trail it by 17. Klingler's going to roll. He can run for it, and he does. 1st down for Cincinnati. Klingler electing to run. It was the right choice. Rayleigh Johnson made the stop, but Klingler picks up the 1st down.
Well, they definitely had to go with something a little bit different. They know Klingler has the ability to run, but he hasn't really shown wanting to take the ball himself at all. Here, I don't think he really even wanted to throw the ball. I think he knew that he was going to have the opportunity, but the linebacker is going to be far enough back to let him get that 1.5 yards, 2 yards that he needed.
Last year, he was really forced to run. He rushed for more yards as a Bengals quarterback since Kenny Anderson in '81. And the reverse, Darnay Scott. Scott's got the first down. Flag on the play, and it might have been a late hit by San Diego. Dwayne Harper might have put a late hit on Darnay Scott. We'll see what Howard Rowe indicates. 12-yard gain by Scott.
Well, once again, they're trying to open that field up, spread it out. The reverse. Get the handoff. Klingler to front of the ball.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 28 on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Penalized into the run. First down.
And there's the late hit by Dwayne Harper. 15 yards, tacks on to the 12-yard gain by Darnay Scott, and all of a sudden, the Bengals are knocking on the door at the 14.
Well, did you see on the reverse when Darnay came around to see who was leading the way for him? David Klingler. He figured, hey, I've been taking enough shots already. I'm going to start dishing some out.
Ball at the 14. Scott, 43 yards rushing, 31 receiving. This pass complete. That's Pickens still on his feet. Wrestled down inside the 10-yard line. So Cincinnati with another scoring opportunity deep inside Charger territory. And with 12:38 left and trailing by 17, you would think they have to capitalize here if they're to have a chance.
As I said before, the Chargers wanted to use the zone quite a bit, give them the underneath passes. Here, if you give the guy the underneath pass, you've got to be able to make the play. Cincinnati Bengals are very fired up. And look at these guys. They really have gotten some momentum just in this drive alone. You can see that by the way that the offensive linemen run down after the completion of the pass to go down and make a hit on the defensive players.
Ball on the 5-yard line, and Klingler barking instructions behind him to Harold Green. It has to call a timeout again. That's the last one by Cincinnati.
It's the last timeout.
That's the Charge team's timeout. The third and final timeout.
So the Bengals will regroup. Klingler and Shula trying to get on the board.
Every day we all find a way. A promise made, a promise kept, giving it our best.
Only the best garages display the Napa Auto Care sign. You know they'll fix it right using Napa parts. No wonder Americans trust Napa Auto Care centers to keep their vehicles running.
We keep America running. We keep America running.
It was forged from a spirit of strength, from a commitment to protection, and the unrelenting will to give you peace of mind. From the moment it goes on your door. It is Titan from Quickset. Titan door locks. Unbeatable strength. Unbeatable security.
I was shocked to learn that most ordinary credit cards charge interest from the moment you buy something, if you carry a balance as little as $1. Thankfully, American Express has introduced a new credit card called the Optima True Grace Card. You get an interest-free grace period on each new purchase, even when you carry a balance. It's a good thing. But don't just throw away your old credit cards. Recycle them. I'm retiling my pool. Apply today and cut your interest charges.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Napa. We keep America running. By Titan Door Locks from Quickset. Unbeatable strength, unbeatable security. By Reebok, who believes in the athlete in all of us. And by Coors Light, the silver bullet. Keep on moving.
Well, let's take a look at that last non-play. David Klingler at the line, looking at the defense, trying to decide where the coverage, where the protection should be. Harold Green, number 28, having some questions of his own. David Klingler just not having enough time to figure things out for himself and for Harold Green, having to call that timeout.
2nd and 1, ball at the 5. The Bengals can pick up a first down. Klingler, the quick toss to Green. Green trying to spin his way in for the score, and he's got it. Touchdown, Harold Green. His first of the 94 season, so Harold Green, after maybe not knowing what the previous play was, comes back and picks up the score for Cincinnati.
Well, you know what? I made the point before about wasting timeouts, but when you're down and you're on the door and you're knocking on the door to get in, obviously this is the plan they had planned. Harold Green wanted to make sure he had it right. Wanted to make sure that that he was going to go in the right way and not make a mistake like they had in the last drives.
And that is the first touchdown for Harold Green since the 92 season. That's how poor his 93 was. Cincinnati tacks on the point after attempt, pulls within 20 to 10.
It was the biggest project of its kind. Ford Motor Company creating a car for the world with a Duratec V6 engine that can go 100,000 miles without a tune-up, all-speed traction control, and safety systems designed to meet 1998 standards. Our best designers and engineers from around the world have created world-class features in a more affordable class of car. The Ford Contour and Mercury Mystique, launching September 29th.
50-yard line, Super Bowl ticket, year in a row, my spot, first in line. Who are you?
First in line, number one fan, the guy in the front row, Mr. 50-yard line, thank you.
I'll give you $500.
No, there's no cuts.
You want keys to my car?
No, I'm not moving.
I got a football cooler.
I got the same one.
I got a helmet TV.
Mine is cable.
How'd you get cable? I got a beautiful Jimmy Johnson thermos.
Mine's got the lifelike hair. Look at that.
I got the whole collection.
You know what? I'd love to help you out. There's only one thing, though.
What?
I was here first.
First in line. It's funny, huh? I'm hungry. I'm going to go grab an extra value meal at McDonald's. You want something?
I'm starved. I'll tell you what, I do just about anything for a quarter pounder with cheese.
Anything?
Yeah.
With cheese?
Yes.
How's that quarter pounder, fella?
Great.
Mr. Number 2 fan, Mr. 60-yard line.
Hey, you know something? An Egg McMuffin's going to sound really good in the morning.
If you thought there were no heroes left,
How dare you speak this way? Treat your child like this. He's a little kid.
just look a little closer.
Helping them is more important than how we feel.
Experience the compassion and triumph of this team. ER previews 1 week from Monday on NBC.
Lee Johnson to kick off for Cincinnati. The Bengals on the scoreboard for the first time since the first quarter. Harold Green breaks the drought here in the fourth quarter with a 5-yard touchdown pass from David Klingler. Low flyer. And the Chargers bring it out across the 40-yard line. That is the upback Shannon Mitchell, number 89, who made the reception. Another look at Klingler to Green.
Well, they may not think that Harold Green had the speed to get the perimeter, but to get him the ball out there, he has the ability to make people move. Making